that the level of lighting was quite professional and carefully done. And of course, the third piece is that it was a large format studio camera. Now, the previous attribution had been to Man Ray, who in 1915, I think, would have not been prepared to meet any of those standards. So we kind of, that and her stamp on the back, I think, helped dismiss Man Ray and her, lean us toward thinking about Julie in a very strong way.
And to Brandon's question about how this fits into a larger biographical documentary project, it's wonderful to read Crote's statements about the sculpture at the time that he produced it. Unfortunately, he was quoted in accounts of the piece at the time, and he did see it, although it was quite abstract. He described it as an expression of his idea of how Marcel Duchamp is. If you're interested in the exact quotation, it's included in the catalog entry on the piece. I'm not quoting it verbatim, obviously, but I think that there's definitely, it's obvious that, as Jim has demonstrated or discussed, that Crote had a very close relationship to Duchamp and a great deal of admiration from this moment in 1915 for the rest of his life. And I think you're right to suggest that Crote did, from a very early moment in his career, have a desire to document both Marcel Duchamp as an individual and his relationship to him. And so we're just really, really delighted that we've been able to include the photograph of the sculpture as well as these related drawings that, again, help us to nuance still further this very important relationship. Well, as you can see, there's still lots of food for thought. Our discussions are really never terribly brief. There's always lots to think about. We're so grateful to contributions from the audience. I think given the hour, it's about 11:15. We've already kept you a little longer than we had intended to, that will break at this time. And we hope that you all can come back and join us at 1 o'clock for the E.P. Richardson Symposium, which will provide an opportunity to hear from another group of scholars about aspects of self-construction and portrayal in the career of Marcel Duchamp. Thank you so much for joining us today.